Hi Mystics! Today we are doing a deck unboxing of the Nature Nurture Oracle by Marcella Kroll, a 45 card deck for growth and healing. So let's look at the back of the box before we get into it. Become part of the energy of the natural world. Nature Nurture Oracle is a tool for self-discovery and support that invites you into the complex web of interaction among the animal, plant, and spirit worlds. Beautiful. So we have this oracle deck. We've got this spiral and the guidebook, and we're going to take a look at the guidebook first. So seems pretty typical of a guidebook. There's some directions on how to use this deck. We've got the cards and the card meanings. Love to see an owl first thing. That resonates. Owls are magical symbols for me, so whenever I see an owl I'm like, yep. And yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. We've got the card meanings. They are numbered, which I feel like is really helpful. We've got keywords here. Okay, and then let's dive into the actual cards themselves. So I'm gonna take this off. It will come off. Okay. Another way to take that off. Alrighty, so let's move this to the side so that we can look at the card art. And since I split the deck, this is going to be, let me find the owl again, because that was number 1. We've got owl for seer, so let's look. Got the raven. I believe these were all drawn by Marcella as well, so she's both the artist author behind her decks. Got all the animals here and a word to represent what the card means, like this one, which is buffalo for abundance, eagle for guide, spider for creativity, that butterfly for evolve, frog for detox, serpent for healing. Yeah, I feel like this is a really straightforward deck to use. We also have places. We've got mountain, trees, desert. We have labyrinth. We also have moon for timing, skull, water, fire for action. So we've got some elements in here. We've got nest, we've got egg for birth. We've got wild woman, we've got sleeping man, hungry ghost. Okay. So, not just animals in this deck. Stars, we've got ancestor, rainbow, sun and moon, bee, dove, we've got orca, lion. Oh, I love a phoenix card. I love phoenixes because they are one of my spirit animals, spirit guides. So we've got the cards here. You got to see the artwork, and now we are gonna do a deck interview. So I know that this says tarot deck interview, so this is the spread that we're gonna be using, but I also use this for oracle cards, and this is from the Mystic Mondays Tarot Journal. This is a journal that I created with Chronicle Books, so it's your guide to unlocking the transformative power of tarot. So you can actually see, that you can put your tarot card readings in here, your different spreads in here, your inklings about the tarot cards in here, as well as look at the tarot card keywords and meanings and all of that good stuff. So that is all inside this Mystic Mondays Tarot Journal, but we're going to use the Tarot Deck Interview spread today. So let's get to know this deck, because I am a believer that decks have different personalities, and depending on your energy and how you're vibing with the deck is how you might resonate with. Ooh, that one really wanted to come out, so I'm gonna let it come out. We've got stars. I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna shuffle for the rest. I'm gonna take this one actually. Coral. Okay. Well, we are off to the races, everybody. So we've got stars for what is the energy of this deck. We've got coral for how can this deck best support me. This deck is really easy to shuffle, by the way, which I feel like is nice. We've got skull, death for what is this deck's strengths. We've got buffalo for abundance. What is this deck's weakness? Interesting. We've got okay. Oop. Okay. Raven for in what realm will we best communicate? And then how will our relationship best develop? Acorn, wisdom. And then number 7 is what guidance can you offer me at this moment? What guidance can you offer me at this moment? Rainbow. Well, that came out earlier, so cool. Alright, I'm just gonna try to move these in frame so you can see the cards. So let's look at stars, which was the first one that came out. And I'm flipping through the guidebook because I always like to see what the creator has to say. Stars, infinite, unlimited potential, possibilities, expansiveness. When we look up at the stars, we are reminded that anything's possible. By drawing this card today, you are invited to let your dreams and visions go bigger than you may have allowed. Do not limit your potential at this time. You're invited to let yourself be visible for all to see. Your work is important and will have a far-reaching impact. If you're inquiring about a relationship or situation, pulling this card is an indicator of something bigger than anticipated. Let it happen. You will not be disappointed. So, the energy of this deck, inspiring. I felt like that was really inspiring to pull for the first card. Okay, and then number 2, how can this deck best support me? 45, coral, nurture, self-love, tenderness, care. Take time for yourself and your well-being. Self-care is a vital component at this time to maintaining your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Treating yourself with kindness extends to how you speak to you on a daily and personal basis. Have you been too self-effacing? Do you have a harsh inner critic? Are you kinder to others than yourself? Coral invites you to offer yourself some sweetness. Doing so will reinvigorate your spirit and allow you to do the same for others. If you are inquiring about a relationship or situation, drawing this card is a good sign for a loving, supportive, and compassionate connection and environment. Well, obviously, this is a very nurturing deck. I feel like coral, nurture, the stars. I just overall am so far feeling the positivity coming from this deck, which is super nice. And then number 3, what is this deck's strengths? So we've got 24, skull, death, the end, mourning, grief, rebirth. There comes a time when all things must end. We can let things go willingly or unwillingly. While this can bring a sadness or a sense of loss, the death of a relationship, job, former identity, or idea is also the signal of a new beginning. When we give death dignity, we can give grace to the new beginnings. So celebrate and give reverence to death, because without it, there is no birth or new beginning. Well, I feel like, in order to achieve grand dreams and things that we wish for ourselves, sometimes we have to let something go in order for that to happen. And I feel like this could be a good deck to use when transitioning, when, wanting to achieve something, when trying to let go of something to move on. And then we have Buffalo Abundance for what is this deck's strengths? So number 8, Buffalo Abundance, generosity, supply, resources, gifts. Drawing this card can bring relief if you have been experiencing a hard loss or time of lack. It signifies that you will be taken care of and your needs will be met soon. Give thanks. as what you require is on its way to you now. If you have been doubting that your needs will be met, then this may be time to work on shifting any beliefs that might be sabotaging your abundance. Start expressing gratitude for the overflowing resources available to you. If you are inquiring about a relationship, work opportunity, or endeavor, drawing this card is an indicator that you have hit the jackpot for the grand prize. This is a very good sign. So, interestingly enough, this is in the weakness position. So I feel like, this is not necessarily about like letting things fall into your lap. It's more about like making the effort. The buffalo is like this slow moving animal. I think of like slow and steady. So I feel like instead of like believing something will fall into your lap, you kind of have to make necessary steps and take the action to, create this abundance and to reach the stars. And then for number 5, we have Raven, which is magic, ritual, divination, magic, spell work. Drawing the Raven today asks you to get in touch with your own personal magic. You're being invited to dive into trusting the unknown and to participate in reclaiming all parts of your spirit that you may have lost along the way. This is a time to witness the magic and wonders that life has to offer you on the etheric and physical planes. Set time aside to commune and develop your magical abilities. You can benefit by attending workshops or classes that support esoteric knowledge, practicing divination and spell work, reading literature, or attending group gatherings that offer knowledge around spiritual magical studies. If you are inquiring about a relationship, this card can indicate a strong and synchronistic connection. However, you must be willing to let it evolve organically and not try to control how you would like it to be. Trust that all will be well and will align with your highest good. So in what realm will we best communicate? Obviously in the realm of magic. I feel like this is also about like really listening to yourself and your intuition, and when you're making those steps to take action to really listen to your inner voice. And we've got Acorn for how our relationship develop, which is wisdom, life experience, lessons, knowledgeable sources. There is much to be obtained by honoring what we have learned through our own experiences, as well as the teachings of others. Ask yourself, have I gone down this path before? Do I remember what I have already learned? You could find yourself in the same scenario because there was something you forgot to hold on to the first time the lesson came around. Or perhaps this experience is new and sharing a valuable tool that will assist you with the rest of your journey. Either way, drawing this card is a reminder to really cherish what you are learning here. The information being received is more powerful than you may realize in this moment. If you are inquiring about a relationship or opportunity, drawing the acorn is symbolic of an important seed being planted at this time. So, I feel like this is, about time, experiences, learning lessons, because I'm getting a sense that this is much more about like learning how to nurture yourself on the journey to achieving your goals. So this is really good to like check in with yourself as you're doing that on that life transition. And I think it's like about planting seeds along the path as you go along. So then number 7, we have what guidance can you offer me in this moment? So that's rainbow, and that means transition. And literally I was just saying transition and I wasn't paying attention to the word transition here. I was literally like just getting a sense of transition. So change, passage, transformation, move. The rainbow represents the state of an in-between, leaving one way, place, or state of mind and entering into another. Drawing this card can indicate that there is a significant change or a move on the horizon. You have pulled this card as a marking of time, and to note that you are in the process of great transformation. Be kind and gentle with yourself as you move forward. If you are inquiring about a relationship or situation, this card indicates a change in the nature of it. If you are curious how this transition will affect you going forward, select another card to see where the bridge will lead you. Well, I feel like that really resonates, and I feel like this is very much a deck to use if you are in a state of transition and wanting to move forward in your life. So now we are going to do a collective card pull and see what is best for the collective to receive at this time. Collective card pull. Oof, this is a very nice deck to spread. Let's see. what card is best for the collector? This one. All the way up here. Spider creativity. Okay. So we have art, expression, writing, all forms of creation. The spider asks you to remember your story and share it. You're being asked to express yourself how you see fit at this time. It's a very productive time to create, produce, and honor your creative self. Even if you don't see yourself as an artistic being, this is the time to shift your perception and embrace the genius within. So take that art class, start that project, paint, draw, write, crochet, knit, develop your skills in photography or try pottery. Whatever is calling your spirit, do it. If you are inquiring about a relationship or opportunity, this card can indicate a unique connection, one where you can express yourself safely and freely. The spider reminds us that the story is never completely written, so remember, you can always recreate and build a new one together. At the same time, do not let the old stories get in the way of changing the ending to this one. You are under no obligation to be who you were before, and that is the beauty of being an ever-evolving, living example of creativity. Wow, friends, this is definitely a sign to weave your web and to create the magic of your story. You know, I feel like with every web there's a center, right? And then it ripples out and creates this massive effect that we can't even see in this moment. And you have the power to do that. So that is super lovely. And I can't wait to see what you're up to. Definitely comment in the chat below and let me know what you thought about this deck. You know, what you're creating with this spider, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked this video. Subscribe to the channel, it really helps so much. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye.